Hello everybody, welcome to Andy's Beer Reviews. This is what we're looking at today. This is the Adnams Ghost Ship, which is a 4.5% pale ale. Let's get it out of the bottle, shall we? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Feels a bit cold this. I may have left it chilled a little bit longer than needed to, so the aroma and flavours might be a little bit understated than would do normally. Would be normally. That's what I meant, isn't it? Get my words right. Right. That has poured amber. That has poured with lots of carbonation. Quite a few bubbles on the side of the glass, which probably means my glass isn't as perfectly clean as it should be. My apologies for that. I did clean it before I came into the ale house, but never mind. Got loads of carbonation, slightly hazy, little bubbly head. Let's get the aromas, shall we? I did get some aromas coming off it on the pour, but officially let's see what they are. It's very citrusy. Now I did see the label which said it's made from citra hops. Now citra hops are, as it sounds, very citrusy, so I'm expecting that anyway. So it's got some grapefruit in there, some orange, a little bit of, it's got a hint of sweetness about it, and a little, right at the back end, just a little hint of pininess. Very mild pininess at the back end. Right, taste test. Cheers everybody. Gaseous, apologies. It's a very hop forward beer. It's a very hoppy beer. Well, I guess with them pushing the citra hop quite clean on the front there. Bold citrus flavours from citra hops. Citrus pale ale. I won't have a look at the rest of it just yet. So yeah, so since the pushing the hop, you expect it to be hoppy, you expect it to be quite citrusy, and that comes across quite nicely. There's some grapefruit in there, there's some lemon in there. Bit orangey. Not very bitter though. Not getting a lot of bitterness to it at the moment. Just surprised me a little bit. It's got a little bit of sweet malt. I think as it's starting to warm up, that bitterness is really starting to come through now. I knew I was going to review it, so I had it out on the kitchen table and I did pop it in the fridge. And it's been there for a couple of hours and it shouldn't have been really. It's a bit too cold. It's got a bit of warmth into it. As you get beers and lagers too cold, it just mutes all the aromas and all the flavours. Yeah, bitterness is starting to creep through now, which is quite nice. Yeah, so you get that little bit of sweet malt through at the end. But the bitterness, I think probably mainly from the grapefruit, is really seeping through. Feels really nice in the mouth. Pabby. What's left in there? It's got a really nice mouthfeel. This is a drink I've had lots on cask in the past. It tastes very similar, if I'm being honest. Between I've had the bottle a couple of times, never recorded one until today. But on cask, it's really nice as well. It's just one of those beers that it is. It's 4.5%, so it's really, really easy. An easy drinking beer, an easy drinking bitter. Very sessionable, and just nice if you're in a pub that's got this. Go for it, because it is really nice. Yeah, so I was saying, pale ales tend to be quite thin, watery. This isn't. It's got a really nice body to it. It's coming through as really, really smooth. That bitterness now it's starting to warm up a little bit, is growing quite nicely. Like I said, it's refreshing, it's easy drinking, it's just really nice. Let's see if it's got anything else in it other than the citra hops. Malted barley, malted rye. So inspired by the tales of old smuggling ships along the Suffolk coast, this hauntingly good pale ale is full of citrus and biscuit aromas with a spookily hoppy bite. Didn't really pick up anything what I'd call. There is a little bit of sweetness. A bit of sweetness there at the back in the aroma. I wouldn't have picked it up as particularly biscuity, but it may be the fact that I've got the beer way too cold. With a spookily hoppy bite. So it is biting. It is starting to bite. It's starting to warm up. That bitterness is growing, which is quite nice. Yeah, so it contains malted barley and malted rye. So it's got that mixture in there. So yeah, the rye will give it. It's really good at giving a little bit of extra body, extra bit of mouthfeel to it. So in the mouth, it just feels really full and really nice. I really like that. Yeah, the last mouthful's starting to really bite. The bitterness is there and growing as it heated up. If you have this, don't have it stone cold like I did. Always recommend for beers. I always recommend for beers kind of cellar temperatures. So if you want to put it, if you can't keep it cool under the stairs in a cupboard, that sort of thing, just pop it in the fridge for half an hour. It should be fine. That is tasty. That is really nice. Yeah, so it's got the citrus stuff that we expect. I thought it could be a little bit more of a bite like the Oakham Citra, but it isn't quite as bitey as that. But yeah, so it's got on the aroma, it's got those fruity aromas in there. There's some grapefruit, orange in there, a little bit of sweet. It says biscuit aromas. I couldn't really pick out biscuit, but there was a bit of a hint of sweetness to it, and maybe a little bit of hint of pine as well. On the flavour, very hoppy, which you'd expect. So the grapefruit coming through, lemon coming through, nice touch of orange coming through, and you did then start to get that almost that biscuity, malty sweetness to it at the back end when tasting it. But it's great body, really smooth, great bitterness, easy drinking, refreshing, easily 8 out of 10. That's an 8 out of 10 from Andy's Beer Reviews. Remember, if you haven't already, please subscribe, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. Till the next review. Cheers, everybody.